Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in to Bluegrass Home Garden TV. Kate Horning is with us once again, giving us some great recipe ideas because hopefully a lot of us are starting to get out of the kitchen a little bit right now and enjoy outdoor grilling and everything, but you got some great recipes for us.
Really quick and easy because like you said, I want to be outside this summertime, and so today is like all about simple, quick. I've got a really great dish you can take to a barbecue, pair with some grilled meat, and then we're going to do a quick like 5-ingredient pasta dish that comes together in like 10 minutes or less.
Okay, so what should we get started on?
So let's start on the pasta first. Okay. So I'm going to use some asparagus because asparagus is in season in the spring, and it's that time of year where it's just like all the veggies are coming into season. I love using them.
I'm just waiting on the peaches. Yeah. I'm waiting on the peaches because I've got one of our recipes that I'm dying to cook, but I need some good peaches.
Almost there. So I'll have you add some olive oil to the skillet. So I'm just going to go ahead and sort of dice the asparagus into little bite-sized pieces. So this is a really, again, simple springtime dish. So we're going to do asparagus, some garlic, some lemon, and peas. And then I've got my water coming to a boil if you want to go ahead and just add some salt there. Always season your pasta water. That's a really good tip. I think people sort of forget that you want to season every layer of the dish to get the best possible flavor, and when you season the pasta water, it flavors the pasta itself.
I know. I'm just still a little bit jealous that you have a gas opportunity to cook here because
it does make a big difference.
Time-wise, I mean, it saves you a lot of time. Yeah. So I'm just going to pop, well, not, I'm going to wait, right?
No, go ahead and pop it in. It's boiling. So we've got orchietti pasta. You can use any pasta shape you like, but I just feel like that's a fun, little ears is what they call it in Italian. That's what it stands for. So we're going to boil that, and then I'm going to chop up some garlic. We'll get that in the skillet, and then we're just going to cook the asparagus till it's bright green and the pasta until it's tender.
All right, we'll keep it here. You know I'm excited to try it, so we'll see how it goes.
159.
Okay. Yeah, I was feeling like.
So we're going to start with our sad, pitiful grapevine wreath. Everybody says, it's too country, and I don't want to use that. It's your friend, okay? It's your friend. Use a grapevine wreath. So the other thing is, I don't have anything. That's our doorbell going off. Just ignore it, people. Just pay attention to me. This stuff you get from the Walmarts, and it's really foam insulation. But what we do is we do globs on it. We did just one glob, and I covered it with moss on our sad little grapevine wreath, which looks good. And what we do then is it allows us to put flowers into it. It acts like a piece of styrofoam, basically, what it does. So you literally spray it in, let it set up. Grapevine wreath, this, Walmart's, thank you. And if you buy one flower ever, it is what? Can you say what flower? Amber's back there somewhere. What flower would you buy, Amber? Hydrangea. Yeah. Were you struggling with what flower that was? No, you just didn't want to be on TV today. Okay. It's a hydrangea. Buy one flower, you buy the hydrangea. So I have this handy dandy tool. I always equate it to the plumber having the right tools. Well, I've got the right tool, and this adds this sharp thing, which is going to kill you if you're not careful. It's a little pick is what it is. And look what it does. It allows me to poke this in to my foam that's already sprayed in there. So I'm going to use my very important, most important flower of the year, the hydrangea, and I'm going to add some greenery to it. So why don't we wrap this up, and we'll come back and I'll have some of the greenery and hydrangeas and a start to it, and then we'll put the other layers in and see what you think.
Back with Art Hubbard of Hubbard Mechanical, continuing our spring tips for what we need to know to be prepared for any and all of the rain that is already been here and coming. We talked about the sump pump last time.
Yes, we did.
So, especially if you're on a crawl space and a basement, if your gutters aren't getting all of that rain away from the house enough, I would think that it's making that work a lot harder.
It definitely is, because as the water goes into the pump, all it knows is when the level gets elevated, come on. So if the gutters aren't putting the water far away from your crawl, your basement, whatever else, it now gets going back to the low spot where the sump is, and now it just runs and it runs and it runs. And off on motors is what kills motors the most. So if you have it to where it will slowly get in naturally, the level increases, it discharges all the pit, then it takes a while for it to seep back in. If your gutters are right there, it flows back in very fast.
Yeah, I bet a lot of people don't think about that. And so obviously we need to make sure our gutters are clean.
Yes.
But I've heard of, and let me back up. There's those things you can use to extend them. But I've also heard that you can bury them and put these things that pop up. So if you do get an excessive amount of water, instead of it just going in one path and maybe eroding some of your yard, it disperses it a little bit more evenly, so it isn't causing an erosion problem.
Yeah, they have on your downspouts, when you extend it, you put it under the ground and you can put it into like a French drain type of thing, where it is just a gravel pit, and so the water goes into it, and so instead of having all that force of that, it now is just dispersing itself, and you're not going to have sinkholes, you're not going to have other kind of stuff, because we've had some places that the gutters are so close, like to a porch, and it actually erodes the corner of the porch, and now their porch cracks.
That's not good.
No.
That sounds expensive to fix.
Yes, it can't be.
And it doesn't sound too expensive to take the gutters out further, or to make one of those pit issues.
No, it doesn't take to do the gutters. I mean, you're talking about maybe 30 minutes per downspout, and it's minimal cost to do that. So.
Just a little
elbow grease, sweat equity.
All right. Well, if people have any more questions, how can they get a hold of y'all?
They can call us at the office at 859-340-4509.
How do you create the garden of your dreams? The right plants, in the right place, with the right soil, and with our advice. Come see us at Springhouse Gardens, where buying plants is a walk in the park.
Here at Hubbard Mechanical, when we say we only charge you for the services you need, we mean it. We've got the invoices to prove it. We're constantly saving our customers hundreds of dollars. So next time you're in need, give us a call here at Hubbard Mechanical and see the difference yourself.
Kentucky weather can seem complicated,
but that's why we're here, working for you, to make it easy to understand.
So when you get the first alert, you'll be ready.
It's not complicated with WKYT First Alert Weather.
Thanks for keeping it here. I should know better than to cook in somewhat dress clothes, because I know at home that if I cook in anything, I end up having grease splatters all over.
I don't know why you don't wear an apron. I feel like every single time you're like, man.
Because I forget, and your life just gets the best of me.
Okay, so asparagus is in. We're just sauteing it. A little bit of olive oil, salt and pepper. Really, really simple. I like red pepper flakes, so I add that in as well. Pasta's boiling, so you want to cook your asparagus until it starts to get bright green. And then I've got 3 cloves of garlic, 3 big cloves, just what Amber loves. Those are going to go in, and you're just going to cook those 2-3 minutes, and then we're going to add in our last ingredient, which is our peas. And peas are another really great springtime vegetable. I just buy frozen and I let them defrost. I feel like it's so easy to always keep a bag of peas in the freezer. And I've got about a cup of that. And
I like frozen peas in just salads too.
Yeah. I mean, and then those are just going to defrost sort of right in the pan there. So, I mean, couldn't be simpler. And you could always add some shrimp to this if you want extra protein. Chicken would be another good addition. You could, toss some chicken on the grill and then, serve it over this. And
I like this.
I mean, doesn't get simpler.
All right, well, we'll just keep working on this.
Yep.
We'll be back here in just a few. Stay tuned.
Hi, Richard Weber here at Springhouse Gardens, talking about one of our favorite landscape shrubs. There's a whole class of plants called viburnums that are at their peak in late April, early May, and they have loads and loads of fragrant flowers. So they're one of the most popular shrubs here in central Kentucky, mainly because they grow so easily and they're going to bloom for you every single year without fail. So I'm standing here with the grandmama of them all. This is the Korean spice viburnum, but this is the one that kind of started it all. They all pretty much have a pink bud that opens up to almost pure white to pale pink flowers, but the fragrance, it's amazing. So you might look for this if you're looking for an easy shrub in a sunny area. Most of these are going to get about 5 to 8 feet tall by about the same in width, depending upon the variety. But you might look for Spice Baby, which is a new dwarf variety that's been selected by proven winners, and we have quite a few of those in a bigger size. There's all sorts of different fragrant viburnums, so check out these, and even if they're not blooming, they make a great landscape shrub because the leaves are tough, pest resistant. There's actually a lot of native varieties that are native to the eastern U.S., Kentucky included, and most of them have beautiful fall colors. So You get the spring blooms. Some of them actually get interesting fruit in the fall, but they almost all have beautiful fall colors as well. And some of them are even semi-evergreen, which means if you're looking for a shrub to provide a little bit of privacy or some screening, look for some of the semi-evergreen viburnums as well. So there's one for just about every use and every yard. So come out here to Springhouse Gardens and you can see our huge selection of this wonderful and very versatile plant called a viburnum. And we hope to see you soon. Find out more at our website at springhousegardens.com or out here at 185 West Catnip Hill Road in Nicholasville.
We are with Jimmy Nash right now over in one of their new builds over in Greenbrier. Jimmy, I'm just sitting here looking at this right now and I'm kind of envisioning what's going to occur, and I keep thinking about, we've known each other for quite some time now, and how drastically things have changed, especially over like the last 5 years.
Exactly, yeah, because we'll see like somebody will post a house for sale on social media and be like, it might be a 5-year-old house but it looks like a 20-year-old
Looks
house.
very different.
Yeah, so there's a lot of things dated, and so this new architecture, 10-foot ceilings is common now. So that's the new norm, 8-foot doors. And you just don't see that. It reminds me of like the houses we grew up in, they had 8-foot first floors.
Right.
And then the 9-foot came along. Well, the 10-foot, probably 49 out of 50 homes we do have 10-foot ceilings on the first floor.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like you hit these benchmarks where all of a sudden everything just feels so dated because there becomes this expectation with a newer home, not even necessarily a brand new home, but a newer home, what it should feel and look like.
Right, and not only look, but performance. Like all these are geothermal now, and they're all Energy Star and HERS rating, and just super performance. Low utility bills. Not so low on the mortgage payment, but pretty low on the utility bills. But even like stairs, the stairs here will be really clean lines, simple balusters, handrails a different style, and it's just every part and component inside and out's different on these homes today than they were even 4 or 5 years ago.
And it's a great opportunity to talk about the fact that you all are actually expanding, looking to bring somebody onto your team. So
yeah, we're a small company, we have 10 employees, but yeah, we're looking for a project manager right now. So
great
if anybody's
opportunity
interested,
there.
yeah, give us a call.
All right, and they can also email you at info?
So resumes at info@jimmynashhomes.com, and any questions on building or designing, jnash@jimmynashhomes.com.
At Glass Doctor, our trained specialists are experts at fixing foggy and cracked glass.
Looks great.
You're all set. What we can't fix is your view.
Daddy loves you.
I gotta get some curtains.
Here at Hubbard Mechanical, when we say we only charge you for the services you need, we mean it. We've got the invoices to prove it. We're constantly saving our customers hundreds of dollars. So next time you're in need, give us a call here at Hubbard Mechanical and see the difference yourself.
The WKYT First Alert Weather App, alerting you first to inconvenient weather, tracking storms live, and bringing you hour-by-hour forecasts wherever you are. Download the WKYT First Alert Weather App today.
Thanks for keeping it here. I've already just been sampling a little bit.
It smells so good. The garlic is just like, this big aroma.
Yes.
So I'm gonna add in some lemon zest.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn this pan back on because we were waiting on the pasta. And we were talking about this earlier, but like this dish comes together as fast as the pasta cooks. Like it's so quick.
That's helpful.
And then lemon juice is gonna go in.
Okay.
And typically I like to use a lemon squeezer so I don't get seeds, but we'll make that work. And then I'll let you add in the pasta.
Oh, the pasta. I thought you were going to say the cheese.
Yep, the pasta. And then I always save a little bit of pasta water, about a tablespoon, and that's just going to help kind of thicken the sauce because there's all that starch from the pasta in the water. So we will do that. And actually, I'll let you stir it. I'm going to do the cheese this time. Usually I let you do it. And we end up with like a cup of cheese. But you want about a 1/4 cup of Parmigiano Reggiano cheese. And you don't want to skimp here. Get the good stuff because this is a dish with so few ingredients that you really want every ingredient to stand alone. Okay, so we're going to add the cheese in.
She's gonna make me wait to taste.
Yes, we're gonna wait to taste. But usually I just cook this for about a minute in the sauce, just so, again, that pasta absorbs a little bit more of the flavor.
Okay.
Especially that lemon. You really want that to get in everything.
I don't know what to expect on this one. I'm kind of excited.
No, and look how, see how the sauce is thickening up a little bit with that cheese and the pasta water and everything?
Okay.
And then add a little bit more red pepper flake.
Okay.
And I'll give it a taste and see if we need more salt. I think we're pretty good. Maybe a tiny pinch of salt. That is so good. And then I gotta wait. I got to sneak a little bit more olive oil, just about half a tablespoon to finish it off. And I'm gonna turn the heat off, and dish is done.
All right, we'll be back, and we're going to just make a really, really quick one, and then they get to taste.
Hey, I'm Richard Weber here at Springhouse Gardens, and we're getting ready for spring. It's a fantastic time to find just about anything that you might need for your home and garden. And right now we're talking about peonies because it's around Mother's Day, and what mom wouldn't love one of these beautiful and very showy perennial flowers that comes back year after year after year. And I know my friend Amber calls them peonies, but they're called peonies, but you can call it whatever you want. Peonies, you know, there's all sorts of different things. But we love them here at Springhouse. We always try to have a good selection all the way through spring, but they do go quickly because even when they're not blooming, there's usually pretty picture tags, so you can just dream about what this bud is going to turn into. And it's really fun to have one of these that comes back every year. You know, so we think about how that's going to look with other plants and how they might grow in your garden. So you need a very well drained soil, good location with full sun. And most of these are going to get about 1.5 feet, 2 foot tall. There is a new variety of peony that you might not be familiar with, and that's called an Ito peony. It's I-T-O-H. Some people call them Itos. I just call them Itos. But these things are remarkable. This is actually one that has a yellow bloom on it. Have you ever seen a yellow peony? And we've talked about them over the years, but these things are incredible. They're a hybrid between a regular herbaceous peony and the Japanese tree peony. So Itos are really quite special. So we usually have a good supply of those as well. So you might want to come out here and check us out at Springhouse Gardens. We're 185 West Catnip Hill Road. If you have any questions, you can give us a call, 859-224-1417. Hope to see you this spring.
So I told you when we last ended that I'll go ahead and put my hydrangeas in and start adding some green to it. And this is a really strong color. It's called Fat Akuba, which I don't know what that is. But long story is I don't care because it kind of reminds me of the color of a hosta leaf, or like a really bright chartreuse color. And you got to imagine your door is kind of recessed in and you're 500 feet away from it and you're driving 92 miles an hour because it is Lexington. Or, London. Do you drive fast in London? You do. Amber's here today. She's not talking to me, but she's here today. Long story is, this color is really important to add a punch to it. So I put picks, and I'm poking into my styrofoam that we talked about, that I put on my grapevine wreath. Look at this. It's already starting to fill up, but you want some of it to kind of be droopy. The other thing is, have you ever seen a beautiful hydrangea that's white and it's got a little pink or a little blue in it? Well, companies don't make hydrangeas like they're always blue or they're always pink or they're always white. Well, I've got this, so my little trick is to cut a blue hydrangea apart. I'm going to put my little pick on it and I'm going to turn it into one of those flowers that looks like it's turning into color. Look at that, nice little trick to it. The other is your tulip is your friend. Tulips, if you put them in a vase, they go straight up in a couple days. They kind of start drooping. Well, we want our tulips in this situation to be kind of droopy. Look at that. And it's always better to put 2 or 3 together. Let's see. My business partners always make fun of me, but because they think that ivy is like 1983. You always said if you got the ivy on top of your bookcases in your kitchen, it's probably time to take it down. But I still love me some ivy, so I'm going to put that in here, spill it out, and we're going to show you how to make the bow, finish this bad boy up, and we're going to look good. See you in a minute.
How do you create the garden of your dreams? The right plants, in the right place, with the right soil, and with our advice. Come see us at Springhouse Gardens, where buying plants is a walk in the park.
Here at Hubbard Mechanical, when we say we only charge you for the services you need, we mean it. We've got the invoices to prove it. We're constantly saving our customers hundreds of dollars. So next time you're in need, give us a call here at Hubbard Mechanical and see the difference yourself.
The WKYT First Alert Weather App, alerting you first to inconvenient weather, tracking storms live, and bringing you hour-by-hour forecasts wherever you are. Download the WKYT First Alert Weather App today. Everyday Kentucky, weekdays at 9 a.m. on WKYT.
I might be just a tad better at the moment. She won't let me taste.
I know, she's over here like a little kid. In a minute we'll taste. First we gotta make this black bean salad. So I get so many requests for quick, easy things I can take to a barbecue. Okay. So this is it. This is gonna be the salad that you can take to a summer barbecue. Awesome, like with meat off the grill, like steak, chicken, you can even put some shrimp. I would even just put this over rice and eat it, or with like tortilla chips. So super versatile, but I've got just some black beans here, canned, drained, and rinsed. Corn, you can use fresh corn, but it's not in season yet, so I'm just using frozen. I've got about a cup or so of corn. And then bell pepper and jalapeno, so a little bit of each of those are gonna go in. And then I will let you actually, the zest of the lime.
Okay, yeah, I can do that.
So we're gonna add that zest and juice of the lime. I've got a little bit of garlic as well that I chopped up. So again, really simple. The hardest part is just chopping everything. Figure it out.
Well, like I've used zesters all in a ton, but like this one, it just, I don't know, for me, it confused me.
And this is one of those salads that'll get better that, longer it sits.
Yes.
So I would make it, a day in advance, and, you can kind of double this and snack on it all week long. You can even put this over like romaine lettuce and have like a, taco salad sort of thing. And then I've got lots and lots of fresh cilantro. I know you love your cilantro.
Yes, I joke that I might have a slightly unhealthy relationship with cilantro. And anybody who knew that I mean, I'm like, do you like cilantro?
Cilantro's like so good for you though. It's great.
Oh, it's very detoxifying, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, if you don't like cilantro, I don't really know if we can hang out.
Right.
Because like, what am I gonna cook?
Well, I think every single time we cook together, we use cilantro at least
At
once.
some point, yes.
So then we're just gonna add, once you're done zesting it, the juice is gonna go in.
Okay.
Of the lime, salt and pepper or red pepper. It's got that jalapeno in there, so I'd probably go with some pepper instead. And then about a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar and about 2 tablespoons of olive oil.
This looks really, really good.
I mean, doesn't get much simpler than this. All right. So we're gonna season it up and toss it all together, and then it's gonna be
go time.
Go time.
All right, we'll be back here in just a few. Stay tuned.
Okay, we're back. We're finishing my much complained about grapevine wreath, because every time I say to somebody, if they don't want a door basket, we do a whole lot, and I want to do a grapevine wreath. Honey, I don't want to do grapevine wreath. It's too country. And it's like, no, give her a chance. So you see, I think it's getting beautiful, and I can put more greens in if I wanted to cover it up, but I am fine with this. So I am going to add in this little thing that's coming up the middle, and this is called mascari, and I think that's going to tie together my blue theme that I'm working with in here. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? We talked about a few, the last segment about taking my 1983 English ivy, which I love me some ivy in this. Not on the bookcase, not over the kitchen. Take it down. Keep remember that. Take it down. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Let's have a piece kind of trailing around. I can imagine that. It's pretty. That changes it. And so then our last little piece of the puzzle, I'll go back and for TV purposes, I'll make it bigger and a little bit fuller, but that's the general concept. I'm going to show you this ribbon. And not picking on Amber, bless her heart, but we're just never going to ever try to make a bow again with her. So it's not going to do it. So she's behind here laughing at me. We love each other, right? You know that, right? Yes, right? We're not picking. It's just, you're not bow worthy. It is what it is. It is what it is. So I'm going to make a little loop. I'm not even going to make a real bow. And I'm going to make another loop. Okay? Now, start over, people. Because we have plenty of time on TV to start over, right? That's all I'm going to do. So what I have done is I'm going to step over here. This is like when I cut from a stem. I take that and cut a little piece of it, basically turn it into a bobby pin. And then because I have this little secret tool, the pick machine, put my little picks on there. Look at that. And my bobby pin, put it in my ribbon here. And I poke it down in there, and she is not going to come out. So I'm going to keep fluffing this bow, and I'll trim it and make it look really good. But that is basically, just know I'm going to make it look good, you're right. Basically, give the grapevine wreath a chance. That's all I'm trying to get out of this one. If you got any questions, just go to our website, housebyjsd.com, or call the store 859-523-3933. Thanks.
And now I have a smile on my face.
Because it's time to taste.
Yes.
You love it. You get so excited.
I like food.
So which one are we going to taste first? I think that's a big decision we have to make.
I'm going to say this one because I think the flavor's going to be really strong on that one. Yeah.
I agree.
So, all right.
So you finished it off with a little salt. She knows me well enough to know I always finish my dish with a little bit of salt. It's a little chef trick that makes it taste that little pop of salt flavor when you bite in.
It's really good. That lemon zest. Ooh.
Yeah, and the peas and the Celtic salt and the Parmesan cheese. Yeah, that's spring in a dish right there.
Oh yeah.
This would actually be good like cold leftovers next day.
Oh,
like just take it to work and
absolutely
eat it chilled.
Oh man, that zest. Ooh.
Yeah, it's a lot of flavor.
I've cooked a couple of your recipes, lately for some people, and the zest. They're like, "What is it?" There's the punch that and I'm like, "It's the zest."
That's where all the oil, that essential oil in the fruit, is in
So
that
good.
zest. Okay, so then the salad, we just toss it all together. Again, I would let it sit overnight or at least a couple hours. That's cilantro. And I love the crunchy bell pepper with like the creamy beans with the sweet corn. Oh my goodness. Amber might have to leave for a minute and come back.
Excuse me.
And that little kick of heat from the jalapeno.
Oh, that's so good. Oh man.
And you were saying like fish
like
would
a
be
white
delicious.
fish, something easy. I think I nailed like a piece of red pepper. I did add just a tad. She wasn't looking.
I love all
that.
All
Is fantastic. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, tons of flavor, and it's just again like double this. Keep it in the fridge all summer long, and you can just pull it out. And I mean, what a great little side dish or main dish. I would serve this with rice and make a dinner.
That is so easy.
Yeah.
And so good. Wow. I might be trying this on everything soon. I mean, that's really good. And it's high protein. I mean, think about what you got in there. It's high protein, high fiber. I mean,
yeah, super
should
healthy.
be pretty daggone diet friendly for almost just about anybody.
Yeah, and you can always give your kids some chips and let them eat it like salsa if they, are a little picky.
Oh, yeah, because mine like pico, so we might try to see if they like this. Because nothing in there they don't like.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And imagine like this summer with fresh corn from the farmer's market. Just put it in raw. It would be so delicious.
All right, well, how can we get more recipes like this?
I got them all. ahealthypassion.com, my meal planning app. It's got thousands of recipes just like these. Super simple, delicious, quick, healthy, easy.
Well, she's going to be back with us next time. Don't worry, we've got more great ideas coming your way. See you next time.